Hi there, so welcome back to Kitchen Table Modelling. This week, small kit this week, but Alva Scorpion. Well, what can I say about this little number? She is tiny, she is light, and she is fast. So, obviously, British CVR brackets T FV4 FV101 Scorpion. So, combat vehicle reconnaissance tracked. So this is the predecessor to the modern scimitar, and for a little while Sabre, but she is not well known. Right, so this is an AFV club. Okay, nice couple of little illustrations on the box in her Desert Storm colours. But this is an older kit, and you can tell very quickly by the instructions. Oh, Samaritan. They're still knocking about in service. So that's a very old AFV club kit. So much so, to prove a point, I've actually pulled out another vehicle that's going to be popping up sooner or later. These are the newer ones. So the instructions have vastly improved. That's for a Centurion Mark V. Also, as well, the paint schemes is very much a case of, unless you're painting NATO, guess. So this little number, the only tank, well, it's not a tank, it's an AFV for one. She's the only AFV to have made it to the Falklands during the Falklands War. Quite simply, she was light enough. So let's have a look, see what's going on. Okay, so the upper hull for an AFV kit, pretty standard. This one's popped out of the sprue, but yeah, strange little shape she is, but love her anyway. Good fine detailing, excuse the glare from the light. Good fine detailing on plates and panels, around the gun, stowage box, gun sight, suspension units, and turret. So fantastic weld mark across the top there, because she wasn't cast, she was welded. Quite a lot of her was welded. Because she's not made out of steel like your conventional Centurion, Chieftain, I would say Challenger, but she's got a lot of composite armour. She was made from aluminium. And the premise was, pretty much, be fast, be very fast, to the point of where you can outrun the enemy's traverse gear. And when I say fast, I mean fast. 2002, she set the record at Chertsey Tank Factory, Guinness Book of Records record, 51.3 miles an hour cross country. To my knowledge, not been broken. Nice PE parts, exhaust shielding, and metal gun barrel, which is very nice. Sadly, rubber band tracks, but they actually look pretty good for a change. Good thing about AFV club kits, they do turn out quite nicely. So yeah, CVRT, fastest little thing in the universe. It can move. Lovely detail sheet. So you've got several variations there. And you've got UN deployment, various registrations. Belgium, I think it's Belgium, might be Spain, one or other. Foreign variants, etc. She was not just in employment to the British Army, she was also employed to a lot of other forces out and about around the world. Also, she is the only vehicle that I know of that the RAF regiment got their hands on, and it actually symbolised anything useful. Not a stab at the RAF regiment at all. So, this little beastie, when she came into service, she had a Jaguar J60-6 engine fitted, petrol engine. Later changed to the Cummins 6BT diesel engine, which is the same engine you will find in a Scimitar today. Also, with this kit, no clear parts, so it is a case of paint the vision cubes and whatnot yourself. Right then, enough waffling on by me. Time for a time lapse. Get it together and get ready for paint, because this is not going to take me very long. So, see you after. So that's the build done. Thought I'd just have a quick pause and chat about this wee beastie. Put the front mud flaps on afterwards. That to rush off to sort something out. For a kit which is mid-90s, this kit is actually the same age as my wife. It came out in 1997, according to the instructions, which have 1997 stamped on them, so I assume that's when it came out. So it's 25 years old. But for a 25-year-old kit, or moulding or instructions, it's not come out too bad. The gun barrel is something to be a little bit desired because it is heavy, can't get my words out. It's heavy enough to not be able to be held in place by friction, so it's going to be one of those ones of a little knock and it just flops. So it's going to be one of those ones of find the position you want the gun to be in, and just glue it down. So this little beastie, powered by a Jaguar J60 straight 6, Davis Brown transmission, 60? I think it was close to 60 miles an hour, either forwards or backwards. Premise being, if you can outrun the enemy's traverse speed in the main battle tank, they can't hit you. But not the only armour it had was an aluminium compound. Can't remember the classification of it. But it stopped 7.62 and rifle rounds. So it did what it needed to do. Designed to whip around the battle, cause scout out where stuff is, have a pop at it, run away. But to give you a contrast of how small this is, and why some of the cam work's a bit questionable, that's turret for Challenger 2. So that entire vehicle is the same length as the main part of the turret minus the gun on Challenger. The actual model, the hull, is only a few mil higher than the actual turret, and the turret's just excess. But yeah, little fiddly one. So in reality, the Challenger 2 turret would tip scales in about 9-ish tons, give or take. And the little Scorpion tips scales at either just under or just over 8 tons. So it could be air mobile and fast as hell. Let's take that away. So the wheels aren't on at this point. They're just separate, but they're just little pins just slide into the holes, and the tracks are the rubber band type. So I'm just going to take the turret off and jump into the painting. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. Alright, see you after.
So that's the British Army Scorpion kit all finished up. Very happy for an older kit. Went for a bit of a driven through the hedge look, as you quite often find these little guys doing. Quite happily going hedgerow, mine, go through. So used some surgical gauze to make up the camo nettings. The canvas rolls are value gear. Tried a new product out when it came to the mud and the mud behind the road wheels. It's actually a Vallejo mud and grass mix. But apart from that, very pleased with it so far. Well, I say so far. The only couple of things I noticed with the kit, British Army vehicles, these markers are at the bottom rather than as it stipulates up here. Add a little bit of gunge from the exhaust, even though it was a Jaguar J60 petrol engine. It wouldn't surprise me if they got coked up a little bit. Someone left the choke on for too long. Apart from that, fantastic little vehicle and good fun to build. So I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who watched and subscribed to my last video. As I'm recording this, it reached 2.3k views. So I am absolutely over the moon, and I've jumped from 6 subscribers up to 47. So thank you very much to you guys. I really appreciate that. Let's see if we can get to 100, eh? If we can get to 100, I promise I'll do something special. I'll try something I've never tried before. Dare I say it, I'll try a submarine underwater. But we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully see you in the next video.